We thank God for this great time that the Lord has given us. We've already welcomed the guests. Welcome you all to this place, Kawanda Prayer Center. Thank you for coming and be the. We welcome our pastors and all ministers.
Mwebale kuwaguza era Mukama baweere ddala omukisa n'omulimu omulungi gwe mukola eri omubiri gwa Kristo. Kale mu kiseera kino nja kusaba tuyimire ku magulu gaffe. Tuyimire ku magulu gaffe tusobole okutambula obulungi tukuume obudde bwaffe. Yes. Njagala tugatulamu engalo zaffe twanirize mukadde waffe akoose ennyonyi ntono. Tata tukwaniriza nnyo Yesu kulembera ne mukula. Yesu kulembera ne mukula. Kulembera kwe kusaba kwange kulembera ne mukula. Kulembera Yesu kulembera ne mukula. Isara yange kulembera ichange simuna kulembera Yesu kulembera ne mukula.
Thank the prayer we have over our hearts. Because I know that everyone here has a prayer over their hearts. Let your Papa. I pray that joy be in our midst. That your will be done. In Christ Jesus our Lord.
Amen.
Amen. Let me request you to take your seat.
I
And take this opportunity to appreciate God Almighty, who has given us an opportunity to be in this place. Even when I speak it as such, you feel that it's not heavy. But let me revisit it for a reason. There are those who are in places they want to be. There are those in prison. Not because they want to be there. There are those in hospitals. Not because they want to be there. There are those who are laid down on the ground. Others have already been buried and they are in this cold ground. So I just want to thank the Lord that if the Lord has granted an opportunity to be here, take it as a great opportunity. Thank God for the prayer He has put over your hearts. What makes up man under the sun is the yearning that they have. Wait until you leave the world. If you have a good yearning, you're going to be good. Even though there are those who want to defile you, they will fail. You wind up in heaven. I want you to understand this and believe it. That everyone in this world looks like they are yearning. You look like you look because that is the yearning you have. There are those you are better than because they do not have the yearning that you have. And there are those who are better than you, but they're better than you because of the yearning they have. Why do we congregate as this? That we may open up ourselves to the Lord to speak unto us. That the Lord may exchange the evil yearnings we have with the good yearning. But I know there is someone who has already begun to decide, saying that I'm going to make a difference. I know there is someone who has already decided that I want to make a difference. I want to read a few scriptures, and afterwards I'll pray, and then we shall go to the ceremony for today. I welcome you all pastors and the ministers in your categories. I'm very happy to see you. Mr. Gabla, thank you for that message, that testimony. Bishop John Wandera, thank you for the message the Lord has placed over your hearts. May the Lord count it a blessing. Mark chapter 5. Mark chapter 5. Ne batuuka emitala w'ennyanja mu nsi ey'Abagereseeni. Ansome twangwe verse by verse. Mark chapter 5. Mark chapter 5. Then they came to the other side of the sea, to the country of Gadarenes. Bwe yava mu lyato amangu ago yaliko dayimoni eyava mu ntaana n'amusisinkana. And when he had come out of the boat, immediately there made him out of the tombs a man with an unclean spirit. Eyasulanga mu ntaana nga tewakyali muntu ayinza kumusiba newankubadde mu lujegere. who had his dwelling among the tombs, and no one could bind him, not even the church.
Kubanga emirundi mingi yateekebwako mu masamba ne mu njegere, enjegere n'azikutula n'amasamba n'agamenya, ne wataba muntu w'amaanyi okumusobola.
Been bound with the shoes and chains, and the chains had been pulled apart by him.
Sonyiwe ebyuma bijja kutereera mpola. Olunya olwokutaano.
Verse 5.
Naye bulijjo ekiro n'emisana yakaabiranga mu ntaana ne ku nsozi ne yeesalanga amayinja.
And always night and day he was in the mountains and in the tombs, crying out and cutting himself with stones.
Bwe yalengera Yesu ng'akyali wala n'addukana n'amusinza n'akaaba n'eddoboozi ddene.
When he saw Jesus afar from him, he ran and worshipped him, and he cried with a loud voice.
Ng'agamba nti, onvunaana ki Yesu, omwana wa Katonda, ali waggulu ennyo, nkulayiza Katonda, tombonereza.
And he cried out with a loud voice and said, What have I to do with you, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? I implore you by God that you do not torment me.
Olw'omunaana, mugamba nti, va ku muntu ono, gwe dayimooni.
And he said,
Verse 9.
Then he asked him,
Verse 8.
Verse 8. For he said to him, Come out of the man, unclean spirit.
N'amubuuza nti erinnya lyo nti gwe ani? N'amugamba erinnya lyange Lijoni, kubanga tuli bangi.
And then he asked, What is your name? And he answered, saying, My name is Legion, for we are many.
N'amwegayirira nnyo aleme okumugoba mu nsi eyo.
And he also begged him earnestly that he would not send them out of the country.
Olunyiriri olw'ekumi kansome n'olw'ekkumi n'olumu kubanga lulimu amakulu. Awo ku lusozi waliwo eggana ly'embizzi eddene nga zirya, n'amwegayirira ng'amugamba nti tusindike mu mbizzi tuziyingiremu.
Now a large herd of swine was feeding there near the mountains, so all the demons begged him, saying, Send us to the swine that we may enter them.
N'amukkiriza, dayimooni n'amuvaamu n'ayingira mu mbizzi, eggana ne lifubutuka ne liserengeta mu bbanga mu nnyanja. Mu nnyanja zaalinga 2,000 ezifiira mu nnyanja.
And at once Jesus gave them permission. Then the unclean spirits went out and entered the swine. There were about 2,000. And the herd ran violently down the steep place into the sea and drowned in the sea.
Abaalaba ne babannyonnyola ebimubaddeko, oyo yaliko baddayimooni era n'ebyembizzi.
So those who fed the swine, and they told it in the city and in the country, and they went out to see what had happened.
Ne batanula okumwegayirira okuva mu nsalo zaabwe.
Verse 17. Then they began to plead with him to depart from the region.
Awo bwe yali ng'asaabala mu lyato, oyo yaliko dayimooni n'amwegayirira abeere naye.
And when he got into the boat, he who had been demon-possessed begged him that he might be with him. Verse 19.
N'atamuganya, naye n'amugamba nti, genda eka mu babo, obabuulire bwe biri ebikulu Katonda by'akukoledde ne bw'akusaasidde.
However, Jesus did not permit him, but said to him, Go home to your friends and tell them what great things the Lord has done for you and how he has had compassion on you.
N'agenda n'atanula okubuulira mu Dekapooli bwe biri ebikulu Yesu bye yamukolera, abantu bonna ne beewuunya.
And he departed and began to proclaim in Decapolis all that Jesus had done for him, and all marveled.
Peetero ekisooka essula 2 olunyiriri lwa 9.
1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 9.
kusasula biliyoni lwa 9. Naye mmwe muli ggwanga ddonde, bakabona ba kabaka, kika kitukuvu, bantu banvuma, mulyoke mubuulirenga ebirungi by'oyo yabayita okuva mu kizikiza okuyingira mu kutangaala kwe okw'ekitalo.
But you are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, his own special people, that you may proclaim the praises of him who called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. Praise be to the name of the Lord. You are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation. You're the priest of the Lord. But you are a chosen generation, the priest of God, a holy nation, a special people, that you may proclaim the praises of him who called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. The image of the church to the nation. The image of the church to the world. The image of the church in our generation. The glory of the church from the clans where we come. The image of the church in the village where we stay. The image of the church at the workplace where you go to work. The truth is, God is looking for someone who will paint the image of Christ where they are. God is looking for someone who will paint his true picture on the earth. It is challenging that people are living on the world, but as though we are not there. Because until they are determined to paint a picture of whom they believed, we've not yet shown our determination. Many of us have the determination to receive from God, but we're not determined to do his will. Many of us are determined to seek for the hand of the Lord to work out things for us, but we are not determined that the hand of the Lord will use us. Many will want fish and bread, but we are not ready to partake of the cup. We want the Lord to raise us up, but we are not ready to lift him up. We want the Lord to bring us laughter, but we are not ready to bring him joy or laughter. We want God to introduce us, but we are not yet ready to introduce him. And the enemy has done a lot of folly over this. He has divided the church into two. There are those who are determined, diligent, to seek the Lord to do things for them, but they are not seeking the Lord to do a work in them, that he may use them. There are people who are diligent in seeking the hand of God, rather than seeking for the face of God. And those who seek God the stomach, they have gotten power from this. That those who serve the Lord looking for where they benefit from, have used people who have a yearning for the life in this world, and they've become their servants and their customers to get what they want from them. Because many people, who are diligent and they want to hear from those people who speak things as they want them to speak. They do not want those who speak things that build them up. They want those who speak things that bring them joy. It is amazing but yet true. What is going to make you up? Not those things they speak and you enjoy. But what is going to make you? To hearken to those things you don't want to listen to but yet they are profitable and build you up. When you find someone who speaks into your life, that things you don't want to listen to, but yet they are meaningful, you're going to make a difference. Praise the name of the Lord. When God began on a journey of preparing this earth, this world, just like he brought us all through Adam, even though he was determined to destroy the entire world, but he saved Noah. He hid us in Noah. And many nations came out of Noah. But this is what is. God, as we go further, God chose a kind of people who are going to live on the world to paint a picture for him. He chose Israel amidst the many nations. He said, among those all in the world, even though they have not understood me, but when they look at you, they will know that there is a God. And God chose an entire nation. Even though they are one of the smallest nations over the face of the earth, but it has a lot of history. But as we read the Bible, even among the nation, the Lord chose out a tribe. The nation has 12 tribes. But he chose out a tribe, the Levites, that he may further paint a picture about the entire nation. Now among the Levites, that is where the priests arise. Those who are all born Levites, when someone went to a level of performing some ministry in the temple, that one was called a priest. Whoever had a service they performed in a church or in a tabernacle, all the others who never had ministry in the tabernacle, they remain Levites. But today, God is amazing. There are many beliefs under the sun. But God chose out. But God chose out those who believe in Christ Jesus. Those who profess the name of the Lord. Those who believe that Jesus is the Lord. Those who believe in repentance. Those who believe in transformation. And God chose. And he chose. This time he did something amazing. He did not choose sons of one man. He did not choose people from one tribe. But he went to those from Basamian he picked. From the Gisus he picked. From the Baganda he picked. From the Batoro he picked. When he went to Bachiga he picked. He does not fear anything. He went. Even from Rakai and Pakistan. Even from Eastern, some believed. Have you understood what I'm saying? He does not fear anything. Every nation you think is most corrupt, he chose people out of it. Even in the clan where I think they're the most evil. Where the clan that has the most evil people. Those who steal. But the clan that is very adulterous, but he chose from it. So after choosing, then he makes it a chosen generation. Because he kept picking on people. And he said as they have one mindset, they have one goal. I'm going to make them what I was going to do physically in Israel is what I'm going to do to them spiritually. We would not have no share over this Bible. We wouldn't have any promise work out in our lives. But when the physical Israel disappointed God, through Christ Jesus, the Lord chose the spiritual Israel. Now you are here. I'm also in this place. But what made me to be what I am today the Lord, those that the Lord harmed, those that the Lord harmed, because they never did what he wanted, are found in this book. Those that Lord blessed, because they did what he wanted, are also here. And many beliefs under the sun. But the Lord chose out the faith that says that Jesus is the Lord. Those who accept to walk by the principles of righteousness and holiness. And he made them priests. And he made them priests. But the intention, he wants them to paint a picture for him. Let me tell you this and never forget it. Under the sun there are two beliefs. There are two religions under the sun. I revisit. Under the sun there are two religions. If you're in this journey of seeking out for the Lord, choose one and do not forsake the other, not take both of them. That is why there are also two ways. And there are also two places. One road leads to hell and the other to heaven. Hearken to me. There are two places. A place where you're going to suffer for all days. And where you're going to be in joy for eternity. That is why there are two hands. The right hand and the left hand. There are two beliefs. That is why there were two sons. One from which the enemy came. One out of whom evil came. And the other life emanated out. One evil came out. That was the son of Hagar. The son to Sarah, who is called Isaac. And life came out of him. You understand what I'm saying? The world is on tension. The world is not at peace. Because of the son of Hagar. Even up to now, he still says that Jesus is not Lord. This is what I'm saying. There are two religions. There are two beliefs. The first one is for those who believe. The second one is for those who do not believe. Of those, you take one. However they divide it, we remain Do you understand what I'm saying?
Those
who believe that Jesus Christ is Lord, what will separate them is what they do, whether they agree to walk by the principles the word is. And the others are those who do not believe. You're free to take whichever side. I've finished. On this side, God chose the church to paint a picture for him in the world. Just like he wanted Israel to paint a picture for him. Just like he wanted the Levites to paint a picture for him in Israel. Even today, the Lord wants a person. He left the level of people, now he wants a person. He left the level of multitudes, he wants just one. The eyes of the Lord are moving to and to the whole world, to seek out one who has a perfect heart, who speaks that is mighty. In the generation of Eli, there were very many priests. They even had children. There were many Levites. But it's only the same that we see. When the Lord is overstepping the Levites, and he goes to the family that is not of Levites, and they perform their priestly duties. Samuel was not a Levite, but from the tribe of Ephraim. And they were dwelling in Bethlehem, Judah. But him, one who wasn't a Levite, but he had a perfect heart, God picked him from another tribe and brought him into another tribe. It was a prophetic word that you Israel, when you reject me, I'll bring the Gentiles to perform the services you had to do for me. We are very far, probably. We are very far from Israel. But at 16 years of age, that was year 1987. It was the month of May. I believe the words in this Bible. But the Bible has made me what my mother and father could not make me. What education never did to me, the promises in this book have made me. The one who made me confess salvation, he was called Pastor Israel Sambo, but he is now dead. He died many years ago. He does not know what I'm up to, and I do not know what became of him. But I'm not a believer because of him who made me confess, but because I've stayed on these words. This is what I want to tell you. God is not looking for people, but he's looking for a person. And I want you to believe this, that God does not begin with many people, but he starts with one person. God does not begin with many Samuels, but just with one Samuel. He does not begin with many Davids, but just with David. He does not start with a Moses, but he starts with Moses. He does not start with a Noah, but he starts with Noah. He does not start with many Adams, but he starts with just one Adam. Whatever the Lord will do, he starts with a person and he works among people. God wants just one person that he may begin with him. The one he has begun with, he knows how to bring others to perfect him. There are some of you when you're not going to be at peace, no matter how much they pray for you and lay hands on you, no matter which ceremonies are performed over you, until the Lord helps you to do what you ought to do. And there is no one is going to tell you that. No one is going to tell it to you. But when you open up yourself, God is going to reveal it unto you. And the reason as well to come to such conferences is to stir up and to dig around. That someone wants to a level of saying, I feel this is what the Lord is telling me. And also, there is someone who is not going to be fulfilled, who will never get the rest of their lives until the Lord has made them encounter the person they ought to be. There is a person that you need to join with for your perfection. There are two people. There are two people, and everyone is crying on their end. There is someone who is crying on one end. One is crying because they have not begun what they ought to begin. But then there is another who is crying because there is something they have to get into, but it's not in place. The one who refused to start what you ought to begin, there are those you're making cry. And because you've not yet encountered those into which you're supposed to do a work, you're crying and they cry as well. I pray as the Lord leads. I pray as the Lord leads. This nation is great. It's big. This nation has very many people. Uganda has 46 million. By the time I began to understand, Uganda had only 23 million people. The years I spent on the world have increased. But hearken to this. Amidst the men in Uganda, God has separated you. God has separated you. That maybe one of the ingredients of the 46 that is in this world. You have to decide now whether you be an ingredient in the world or you won't be. Whether you're jinga and we know, whether you're pepper and we know, whether you're alvera and we know, whatever you are we do not know. Whether you're a tomato we do not know. Whether you are a mango we do not know. But this is what I'm saying. I pray the Lord grants you the grace that you make a decision. There are people who are waiting for you. There are people who are waiting to be impacted by your decision. I revisit. There are people who are waiting to be redeemed because of your rising. If you do not begin, time will pass by you. And those are going to suffer for a season. But the Lord will arise someone else, for you never knew the time of your visitation. Katonda takuleseewo oli ebibye, Katonda takuleseewo omufuneko bibye, Katonda akuleseewo otuukirize abantu abo abakuli okumpi b'otannamanya kubanga tonnaba kuyimirira mu kukola ekyo ky'olina kukola. God has not left you that you may partake of his things, but he has left you that you serve those people that you've not yet known. Kimanyi olina n'amabanja olw'okusoma kw'abaana kubanga oyagala obakolerere obategekere. I know you have debts because of the children's education. You want to work for them and there are many things you go through because you want to be well off. There are some things that even though you pray for them and you fast, You will not receive them because of your prayers. But you're going to mount to them because of doing what the Lord expected you to do. Most times, we do not pray to God to give us. But we pray that God gives us the power to do what we ought to do. And then He will make us sit on the right hand. Jesus prayed. And the night He would pray. He would pray during the day. But most importantly, the Bible shows us that He prayed in the night. But His prayer, God help me. My Father help me. Not as I will, but help me. And right now He's at the right hand. And He was perfected. And He became an answer to those who yearn to be perfected because He was perfected. I want to request you to make a decision. Even reduce the speed at which you pray for things you want the Lord to give you. And increase the speed at which you pray for the Lord to soften your spirit that you may do what He wants you to do. There is a man. He was a mad person. He had very many demons in him. But the Bible tells us there isn't anyone who could chain him. No one could use the chains over him. Even when he was tied to a tree, he would break away. He would break the chains. He had very many demons within. There is a story I don't want to go into depth in it, but it has challenged me. That demons were speaking with Jesus. And they requested Him and He granted the request. If you do not pray, that demons will use their rights to overcome you. When you do not pray for what you ought to do, the demons will pray to fulfill the responsibility. You see, they go and ask for Job. And Satan went and asked for Job. But hearken. That demons never wanted to leave the village where they were. They tell him, do not cast us away. It is in this person we dwell and fulfill the ministry over this region. If you don't accept for the demon that rules over the village to sit on you, someone else will be a place where they dwell. If you don't expect the Spirit to dwell on you, to reign over the place where you work, someone else would come with a demon that will confuse the office. If you don't accept the Spirit of God to dwell on you, to reign over your family, another spirit will dwell on someone else and will confuse the entire family, and nation will ask you where we produced from. This one had spirit demons that were reigning over the entire region.
Eastern region.
The eastern region.
Northern region. Central region.
Masekati.
Western region. Region in number.
In the entire region. All the habits that reign over the people were just dwelling in one person. And you say, we don't know where that brother came from, but he resides under that tree. But he is a minister for that region. Upon him, the spirits that reign over the region dwell. Let us rise up and do something. Whatever you see in your region, do not take it for granted. We are in the physical world, but the spiritual world is represented. If Satan does not reign over the region, then it's God who reigns over it. But this is what is. The Bible said, when this man was delivered, and the demons left him, the demons went away from him. When they went away from him, he was okay. The people who are present, and they saw what had happened to him, and yet they knew him. The man was changed. Then he asked Jesus, it is you who has delivered me. It is you who has healed me. It is you who has performed the miracle for me. I don't want to let you go. I don't want to leave your side. Let us go with you. That when they attack me, you chase them away. Let us go together. Let us go together. The man had made the right decision, but it wasn't the truth. What he was saying was real, but it wasn't the truth. There are those who believe, they have seen the goodness of the Lord, and they don't want to leave Jesus, but they are not ready to work for Jesus. They want Jesus to work things for them. The moment they hear a new church, they go in. And if they hear that here at the altar, we now have 3 services every Sunday, then they will go, I've gotten a new church, I'm going to the altar. Do not come to this place. This is not a church. This is a place for a church that is beginning. Amen. The church that brings people from Bali. The church that brings people from Nakasongola. From Chiterede, from Nakasongola. It is for a church that is invisible. But hearken to me. What is my prayer? Salvation. Being a Christian. I mean the love that believes in Jesus. Is the miraculous love that can be tied in what you do. Is a love that is easy to be put into action. Christianity is very practical, much more than any other belief under the sun. But it's amazing. Christianity, most people boast in it while they have just entered it, but as they go on, they hate it. They love it because of what the Lord does for them, but they hate it because of the principles that govern it. But there are people, when they have their belief, but they are diligent. They have their own other beliefs, but they're very diligent. They're very diligent. That even when they fasted, they cannot change amidst the fast. But born again, One who said for a full week, the first 2 days, and then they say, maybe I'll postpone next week, I can take it a full. Your righteousness, it is not beyond the scribes and the Pharisees. If our righteousness does not go beyond the sorcerers and the religious, we cannot see the kingdom of God. Hearken to what I'm saying. Christianity. Most people enjoy it while they have just joined. But when they take 2-3 months, and then they begin on the matters of walking in principles, we enjoy this, come as you are, come as you are. When it comes to the moment of being changed, and they say you cannot braid hair when you're a man, you cannot pierce your ears as a man, you cannot have a tattoo, a woman does not dress as such. It is those things that have even stopped our children from knowing God. Because many have grown up in a generation where they dress in a naked way. The hair we used to consider for mad people is now a style. Sin is what people call good. And what is good is what people call evil. The world is turned outside out. Someone wants to come into salvation, to receive things from Jesus, but without being transformed. I want to wind up as I say. The Lord called us to preach the good things of him who called us. After the demons had departed from this man, Jesus gave him just one call. Go back to your place. Go back to your home. Go home amidst your people where you came from and preach to them how the good things are the Lord has done unto you. I want to repeat that to hear that if someone is clapping, they have determined. Go back to your place. Go to your people where you are born from, where they know you, where they used to see you when you were in captivity, in a bad situation. Go back to your place. Those who called you a harlot and they called you a thief, who said you were a sorcerer, go back to them and tell them how the great things are done unto you. Hearken to this. There are very many people. Or what? Maybe what is my ministry? What has the Lord called me to do? Because they are waiting for pastors to give them titles and positions. Many people were in church because they were given positions. The moment you mention that we've taken away the responsibility to so and so, then they leave. Because people want to be in church when they have titles and positions. But they do not want to. They don't want to serve. Hearken to me. Your ministry is not here in Kawanda. It is not in America. It's not upon the white person you've yet encountered. Your ministry is not even with your mother or father. Your ministry is equivalent to the goodness you've partaken of the Lord. If there isn't anything good you know of God, I need to join a prayer with you to pray for you, that the Lord will do something from which you begin. But if you're seated here and there is something through which you boast upon the Lord, that is your ministry. That is your ministry. Get 2 people, 3 people at the workplace where you go. gather them. Speak unto them. Speak about the goodness of the Lord. And how you came to start working in that office. Let it be your gospel. Tell them how you've been able to stay there. And you've walked with the Lord. The joy that you have. The peace that you have. The rest that you have. The challenges you've gone through. But when they have not killed you, those who walk around you, when they have not overcome, those who have spoken ill about you, but they have not taken you off the focus. All that is ministry. Pastor, you're telling me to minister. But how come I don't know any scripture? The person who's preaching of Decapolis, from one end to the other, when did they ever read the Bible? Go and preach to the people. The goodness of the one who called you. The good things about him you profess to be Jesus.